Okay, now let's try that again. So I had a big travel day today and a lot of disruption to the schedule. It's now 9:15. Thanks for hanging in. If you have been watching, thank you for sticking with me here. We'll edit this part out when this all goes. We're going to repurpose a lot of this content, and we'll be able to give people an edited version of this. So just pretend all this didn't happen. So here we go. Welcome everybody. Day 20. What is this? Day 28. We are 4 weeks in to the practice challenge, and this is a late night session because sometimes this happens. And I know for the adult members of the studio and for the younger people too, I mean, there are a lot of demands on your time. We might have work obligations, we might have family obligations, we might have school obligations, what have you. You've got a lot of demands on your time, and you've got to guard your time very carefully because it's the one thing that you have that becomes more valuable as you go forward because you have less of it, if that makes any sense to you. So if you're a younger person, that probably won't make a whole lot of sense, but if you're 20 or 30 or 40 years old or older, you really start to realize, hey, my time is my most important asset. What am I going to do with it, right? So let's take this time to block out all the ridiculousness that happened during the day and find a couple of moments of Zen here, if you will. And let's just hit the pad a little bit. Now, I know the objective of this series is not to be great on the pad, although that is one thing that we want to be great, right, on this thing. But this is not the drum set. So we definitely want to be able to get this to translate to being able to play around the kit with a little bit of grace and a little bit of speed and a lot of clarity and a lot of intention. So keep that in the back of your mind, and then I'll try to adjust the level so it's listenable. And let's try to do some of these just on the drum because it's a different experience. So let's go 8s and 16s. We're going to move through this quickly because we want to try some different things this evening. And let's get our metronome happening here. Okay, 110. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 8s and 16s. 1, 2, ready, and. Here come the 16s. 8, 16. One more time. Now, at this slow tempo at 110, I want you to focus on using your fingers to control the stick's rebound. Okay? Do you and me a favor, and don't play from the wrist. What I see a lot of younger players do at this tempo is everything's turning from here. Gives you a very brittle sound that is not as comfortable to play. It takes a lot of shock into your joints of your fingers and your wrist and your elbows. We don't want that, okay? We want some looseness in your grip and we want to control the rebound. So when you play the 16s, let the stick come off of the pad, okay, or the playing surface. All right, now let's try something. We're going to try the same thing on the snare drum. Let's take this off. And we're going to keep the click going, but I'm going to turn this mic off because it'll bleed, the sound will bleed throughout forever. Here we go. Okay. Same thing, 8s and 16s. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, now one thing to do here is you can also take this and play these on the hi-hat. We have different experiences now. You've got a rubberized surface that gives you a lot of rebound. Depending on the tension of your top side, batter side snare head, you might not have a whole lot of tension, and then you do get some rebound off the hi-hat. So it's 3 different animals. Let's take this up. Let's skip a couple of steps and let's go right to 140. And let's go back to the snare drum. And then let's try to move it around a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. A little bit faster. We're going to go up to 150. Now, I know I said that we're going to cap our tempos at 150, but let's take it up just a bit because we're going to try to demonstrate something around just from snare to rack tom, okay? We're going to run the same thing and just follow along, and let's try to make something happen here, okay? Just follow along. Going up to 160. We're gonna go from, on the 16s, we're gonna go from the snare to the tom now. This is the kind of stuff, let's pause here. this is the kind of stuff now we should start experimenting with, some of these accent patterns and things that seem like fairly basic pad exercises. Start moving them around the kit to see what happens. You may surprise yourself. So this is, I haven't planned any of this out. Let's just try a couple of things and maybe we learn a thing or two tonight, okay? 160. So you get the idea. Move this stuff around. I'm going to work out some patterns for tomorrow. But that's the lesson for tonight, is take these things that have become very familiar and apply them in different ways. Okay? Let's see what we can come up with over the next couple of days. I know we broke the barrier with the going over 150. Sorry about that. I wanted to get that to feel like it was 16th notes, and it needs, for me, that needs to be around 180 or north of that to get that to happen. So there you go. All right. Well, thanks for joining me in this late night practice session, and take some of these ideas and see what you come up with. I'd love to know what they are. Send, post them to Instagram and tag the studio at grooveKSQ. Okay, let's try that, and I'll be watching. All right. Okay. Thanks, guys and ladies. Have a good evening. I'll see you for day 29 right here tomorrow. All right. Be cool. Take care.